You know when you're scrolling through your feed and an ad pops up for something you were just thinking about? It kind of feels like magic, right? Well, it's not magic. That's the power of social media marketing. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and break down exactly how it works.
I mean, chances are you use social media. You've probably already scrolled through Instagram or Facebook today. But here's the thing. While you're on there connecting with friends, businesses are using those exact same platforms in a completely different and way more strategic way.
For us, it's about talking to friends, right? Sharing our lives. But for businesses, social media has become this direct and really powerful way to reach millions of potential customers. Let's just see how huge this has actually become.
Get this, 90%. A full 90% of businesses are now actively using social media. And this isn't just some marketing trend, it's a huge shift in how companies communicate and sell. And that makes it a super important skill to understand in the world we live in today.
So, what exactly is social media marketing, or SMM for short? Let's move past the buzzword and learn the basics.
At its heart, social media marketing is all about using platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, and all the others to help a business reach its goals. And it's not just about posting pretty pictures, It's about actually driving sales, building a loyal community, or just making more people aware of a brand. A really great way to think about it is to picture a company's social media page as its online storefront. The goal is pretty much the same as any real shop. You want to get people to visit, show them what you've got, and build the kind of relationship that makes them want to keep coming back.
So, why are they so focused on getting visitors? Well, it's a strategy with a few layers. It all starts with being able to talk with customers directly. Then, that lets you show off your products in a really authentic way. When you do that, you start to build a good name, a brand. And when all those pieces work together, that's how you find new customers. See how it all connects?
All right, so understanding the what and why is one thing. Now let's get practical. If you were going to start today, there are 3 basic first steps that really form the foundation of any good social media plan.
The framework is pretty simple. First, you choose the right platform. Second, you create valuable content. And third, you actually talk with your audience. Sounds easy, but the magic is all in how you do it. So let's break down what each of those really means.
Step 1 is all about strategy. You have to go where your audience is. So let's say a fashion brand or a restaurant. They're going to do great on a visual, photo-heavy platform like Instagram. But a financial consulting firm, they'll find their crowd on a professional network like LinkedIn. The key is to match the platform's whole vibe with your business goals. Okay, step 2 is content. And the golden rule here is to give value before you ask for a sale. Instead of constantly promoting stuff, successful SMM focuses on helping the audience by offering useful tips, sharing cool insights, or just being entertaining. This approach builds trust, and trust is the real currency online.
And finally, step 3 is about engagement, because social media is a two-way street. Replying to comments and questions, that's not just being polite. It's how you turn people who just follow you into an active, loyal community. It proves there's a real person behind the brand, and that's what makes people stick around.
So, we've covered the basics, the why, and the first practical steps. But where does all this lead? Let's zoom out for a second and look at what comes next. When you boil it all down, social media marketing is way more than just a sales tool. It's a really powerful engine for building relationships. It bridges that gap that used to exist between some faceless company and the people it wants to serve, creating a direct line for communication.
Every business, every brand, every person has a story. And with the tools of social media, you have a direct line to tell that story to the whole world, completely unfiltered. So the real question isn't just about marketing. It's about the story you want to build. What story will you tell?